Good morning. Welcome in, tribe. Welcome to Brunch and BS. I am your host, Jen.Cohen, with my co-host, Willow, who is giving kisses. Yes, sweetie. Let me put her down real quick. Oh. Okay, adorable. Love it. Okay, so I told everybody to wake up Nightbot, and then it totally didn't wake up. So I don't know why it's not working this morning after I actually called it out, but let's say hey to everybody who's in the chat today. First one in was Denise Bone Tired Travelers. Hearts to you, my friend. So glad to see you and glad that you are getting ready to cruise. It is upon us. So you are definitely way in the KMA territory. Good morning or good afternoon, Lee. Actually, it's good afternoon for you. How are you doing today? So great to have you in. And Eddie Lugo saying yo, 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 and hi to Dee Dee. And hola to Lee. Fantastic to have you here, Eddie. Great. Thank you so much for being in the house today. And let's see, Shannon saying, wow, some people really trying to be in first, like me. She didn't make it though. That's okay. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here, sweetie. I appreciate you. And actually, one of the things I wanted to talk about today happened yesterday with Shannon. We went to see a new Keanu Reeves movie and enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. He's an angel. It's an Aziz Ansari piece. It was very clever. So I liked it. Anyway, oh my goodness. And Willow is being heard from. So here we go, running cool second, checking into this amazing channel, says Cheryl. Oh, well, fourth place, checking in. Awesome that you are here. And here's where I opened my mouth and actually said, hey, drop your hashtags. And then Nightbot wasn't working at all. So there we go. Shannon is shouting out to Eddie and saying that he is one of her favorite channels because his name is actually his screen name. I still owe her a cheat sheet. So here's where everybody started dropping hashtags. I appreciate it. And Mona, good morning. Happy Sunday to you, my friend. Thanks so much for coming in. And saying hey to everyone. Great. And Eddie shouting at what I can only assume is Nightbot. Wake up, you pizza. Yeah. Okay. Nightbot is slacking. I got it. You know what? Hopefully it will kick in the not too distant future and we can abuse it with hashtags then. So here we go. Who else is here? Mr. Paul PSV Odyssey. Thank you so much for being here, Paul. Great that you are in the house. And here we go. No Nightbot. I know it'll kick in when we least expect it. So as soon as I stop saying that it's going to be running is when it will start. Danny is here. Good morning. How are you? So great that you are here this morning, my friend, and hope you had an awesome time at Disney. It looks like Nightbot has finally woken up and is catching up with all of the things that it should have done. So here's where Cheryl dropped the hashtag tribe. Here's where Eddie dropped the hashtag yo, yo, yo. Here's where Denise put in hashtag moist. Here we go with another yo, yo, yo. And here is Shannon's famed three-way hashtag. And here is the new Willow hashtag, Tweenie Power Activate. So she is actually in her bed chewing away furiously right now. So there we go. We're all caught up on that. I appreciate you guys with the hashtags. So here we go. Another reminder from Nightbot telling you to please subscribe to the HH4C channel on YouTube if you haven't already. Even if you think you have, go over there, check it out, and verify that your subscription stuck because they don't always. And good morning, Randy Scrow's Nest. How are you? Great that you are in here today. And Linda M., how are you? Thanks so much for being here. Folks shouting out and saying hey to each other, which I appreciate always, and coming at us with a huge amount of energy this morning, as always, Scotty J Travels. Whoop, whoop. Hey, how are you, my friends? So great that you are here. Oh, wow. Eddie being very formal with Paul, Mr. Paul, sir. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Hi everyone. Listening is editing a vlog, says Lee. Well, keep up the good work, Lee. I love the stuff that you're producing. So that is awesome. Here we go. And with the hashtag whoop, it will tell you to go join Scotty J Travels and drop his link. So there we go. Awesome that everybody is here. I am, there we go, caught up with the chat, it looks like. Fantastic. And Scotty J, missed you, buddy. We did. I'm so glad that you got a chance to go. And not to be confused with Sir Paul. Okay, so Paul Sir, not Sir Paul. I got it. I'm with you. Love it. Okay. Danny, how was, oh, here, I had a blast at Disney. I'll bet. You know what? I have not been to Disney World in a lot of years, more than 20. And I know it has changed dramatically. And I'd really like to go back and check it out and see what's what. So it's one of those things we will do at the someday point. So it will get there. And Michael Ann is here. Thank you so much for coming in, Michael Ann. Good morning to you. How are you today? Okay, now Miss Willow is going completely berserk on a new toy right now. She has definitely been working on all of her toys and destroying them as we get them. She is a voracious chewer. So I just want to bring up Willow again because it's time for the Yiddish word of the week.
It's time to play a word from Buddy's Cabaret. From Schlepp to Crow, we've got the knack, bringing old school chutzpah back. Say it loud, give it flair, a little Yiddish everywhere. Laugh, learn, maybe even fetch. It's Yiddish word of the week you mensch. So grab a nosh and let's get verklempt in a good way.
All right, the Yiddish word of the week is hintel, a diminutive for a young or small dog, or used to show affection for any dog. A hintel. So that's why I chose it today for Willow in honor of her. So thank you so much. Try to use your Yiddish word of the week at some point during the week in conversation and confuse your friends and neighbors. Love it. Thank you so much for everybody that is dropping the hashtag tribe and sharing their YouTube links. I so appreciate it. And Shannon says our next trip, it's been 24 years since Disney World for you. Wow. Okay. I got to tell you, I don't know that I can go to Disney World without bringing the grandkids. I've got to be honest. I think they would kill me if they knew that I went without them. So let's talk about that. Here we go. We have got, okay. We have got Miss Willow tearing at something. So She's a voracious chewer. So Michael Ann is good, just chilling this morning. Your son had a Halloween party last night and you helped him prep food. Oh, did you do cool, fun Halloween themed foods and beverages? Because I always love doing a theme. That always is something that I love. So, cruising on the high seas and travel, good day to you from the high seas. What ship are you on? Make sure you drop it in the chat. And yes, that is how you drop your channel so everyone can find you. So awesome. Love that folks are saying hey to each other. So you did, and you will be making a video. Oh, you have a video that's going to be coming out. Awesome. Love that themed stuff. Loved. This is as far as I'm going right now with the Halloween theme because we're still a week away, but Halloween, favorite holiday. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, oh, Grandeur of the Seas for the Booze Cruise 3.0. Oh my goodness. Fantastic. Cruising on the high seas. Oh my goodness. So you're on the Grandeur of the Seas and Booze Cruise. When did you set sail? Because that sounds like a blast. We are 34 days away from my next cruise, from Shannon's first cruise, from the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. So you just set sail yesterday. Fantastic. I know you will have so much fun. And what are your Halloween costumes, or are you saving it to post them on Halloween? Because love to know what you're wearing. I'm always afraid if I do a Halloween cruise that I don't want to go over the top with a costume just because of packing it and also of getting overheated. I tend to run really warm and hot flashy. So yeah, that's a thing for me. So you sailed out of Tampa. I have sailed out of Tampa before and had a very easy time with it. So can't wait, says Michael Ann. 34 days. Yes, so excited. And yes, Denise, hashtag three-way is a thing around here. So here we go. Had a blast, Denise, on your cruise. Oh, have a blast. Yes, absolutely. And the hashtag moist will also give you a lovely quote. So, holy cow, she is just chewing. And it's funny because Willow already has all her adult teeth. So it's just habit. She's not teething. So you are dressing up as drunk Rob. Easy costume. I like that. Denise, any change on your cruise? Yes, because we never know with the weather if there's going to be a change there. So that's hilarious. So Michael Ann says, glad the next cruise is not a Halloween cruise. Your first two were. I have not been on a Halloween cruise yet because I always like to be home for Halloween, either at our house or at my son's house, and passing out candy and seeing the costumes and just embracing the decorating and everything like that. So I have not yet been on a Halloween cruise, but I could certainly see one in my future. So not the close future, but because this time it's right after Thanksgiving that we're sailing. So can't wait. I cannot believe that Thanksgiving Day is like only 32 days away. I mean, it is right on top of us. It is crazy. And the Canadians have already celebrated Thanksgiving this year. So it's even crazier for them. So in the stairways, we have barf bags out. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think the ship is drunk. I understand that. That is really unpleasant. I'm guessing because of the storms that are that has it changed your itinerary at all so far, or are they sticking with the original itinerary? Because I'm curious about that. And Denise has no word yet. Well, they will keep you posted. And you know what? I've missed ports before because of bad weather. It's part of cruising, and you have to roll with it. You do. If you're going to get completely bent out of shape if you miss a port, then maybe cruising isn't for you, because sometimes weather and sometimes high winds and sometimes rough seas and things happen. And the captain's job is everyone's safety first. So if they have to make a decision not to make a certain port because of that, then that's the choice they're going to make. So you have to actually be like that. You have to be flexible. So, okay. So Shannon says, I don't like Halloween. It's never been fun for me. I faked it for my daughter when she was a kid. I'm glad when her teenage friends took over. Oh, sweetie. You'll come over here and we'll dress up Willow in little costumes and put a little mane on her and turn her into a little teeny tiny lion. You haven't had a port yet. Left yesterday and today is a sea day. Understood. So we will see how that goes. You were lurking for a bit because you were looking for a custom gift for your big brother and sister-in-law for Christmas. It would be an ornament that says just married with them on it. Oh, that would be so cute. I love those kind of first year, those memorial memento ornaments and things. This is awesome. So this is your 4th Halloween cruise, Denise. Wow. Willow needs a tutu. Okay, true story. I put a scarf on her yesterday. Todd walked in the house, pulled it off, and went, nope. That was it. Just nope. He's not big on dressing up dogs. He used to give me a lot of grief about putting bows in Buffy's ears, because she had long hair, so we could do that. And now Molly and now Willow are both short-haired dogs, so we can't put bows in their ears. So I got her this little, like, orchid color scarf. It's really cute. And she absolutely looked adorable, and he was like, nope, yanked it. That was that. So Michael Ann says, the risk you take cruising during hurricane season, hopefully things calm down before we go. Yes, they should, given that we're at the very tail end of November, beginning of December, that actually should be out of there. So, yeah. Oh, Danny, don't encourage Chef Todd. Don't encourage him. No. So, oh, she says, Danny, I could make it. Okay, my son wouldn't let me dress up Callie when he was alive, except bandanas. Okay, see, I thought the scarf was close to a bandana, and I would be able to get away with it, but no. So, no, it didn't happen. He immediately vetoed it. So, yeah. So Danny says that she will let Denise know. And you've never done a holiday cruise, says Mona. Working in retail, it's complicated, but one day I will. I understand that. You know what? It was always when Todd actually worked as a chef in a restaurant. He worked every holiday, all the time on the weekends. It was incredibly hard for us to get away. I understand that totally. So you'll see if your mom likes the ones on Etsy that you have in mind. Cool. So yet the girlfriend put bat wings on the cat yesterday. So wait a minute. You can only do a bandana, but the girlfriend can do bat wings? I sense an imbalance here, Michael Ann. I call shenanigans on that. Absolutely. So don't be afraid of missing a port. It's no different than going on vacation anywhere. You could get sick or anything could come up. Things happen. Enjoy what you can. 100%. And Shannon, can I just tell you, as someone who has missed ports before, they have a backup plan that is implemented in like 30 minutes. So it's not like the ship doesn't have contingency plans for this in place, but they roll those out so fast. They have a whole itinerary of things to do because now it's going to be a sea day. I actually do not mind having an extra sea day. Sometimes they come up with really fun last minute stuff. So it can be really still an awesome, awesome day. So this is the best time of year to cruise when prices are lower, but you do risk the chance of missing ports due to hurricanes and weather. Absolutely. You have to risk it. So yeah. So Michael Ann agrees with me calling shenanigans, I think. So there we go. Awesome. Okay. And holy cow, she is digging. What are you digging? Come here. Come here, stinker. Come here, stinker. Hello. Hello. Say hello to the people. Say hello. Yes, cuteness overload. She is a kisser. She is a kisser. I'm trying to keep her in frame with me behind her so she doesn't turn into the headless puppy. Ooh, headless puppy. Ooh, it's a magic trick. Are you the headless puppy? She has still not figured out mirrors. So she still like runs up to the mirror barking and wanting the other dog to play with her. And it is really cute and really puppyish. And I'm so glad that she still is young enough to have that. But oh, big yawn. But I also am thrilled that she is potty trained. So that certainly makes our life much, much easier. That we don't have that to deal with. And here is Miss Willow. Say hi. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. Oh, there's your face. There's your face. Oh, thank you for licking my nose. Thank you for licking my nose. If I put you down, will you be a good girl? Hmm? Hmm? Okay. We're going to try this again. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. We'll see how she does with that. Holy cow. So here we go. Willow, Willow. There we go. Everybody's saying hi to Willow. Is that dog food flavored lipstick? You should know, Miss Shannon, that you do not have to wear dog food flavored lipstick for Miss Willow to give kisses because she is a kisser. So cute. Oh, thank you. She is so cute. I'm very biased. Yeah, she's like, Mommy is so yummy. Should have told Todd to hold her so it's floating head Willow. Floating head Todd, and we'll have the disembodied head of Chef Todd and the headless dog. Fabulous. Hey,
wait a second. That's my line. Mommy, you're so yummy.
And she escaped with him. Oh my goodness. Ask and ye shall receive. The disembodied head of Chef Todd. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. You were waiting for him to do that, Danny. Like I said, Danny, you don't have to encourage him. He will show up. He will definitely do that. So Willow escaped with him when he opened the door. She was like, "Freedom!" I think she probably is heading back to the couch if I know the dog. So, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. So, I labeled today Adventure Day and haven't addressed that at all. So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about what is the most adventurous thing you've done or the most adventurous food you have eaten, either on a cruise or at any time. It doesn't have to be necessarily on a cruise, but what do you think? What is the most adventurous things that you've done? So I would say one of the more adventurous things that I have done is years ago, I did a seminar that concluded with a fire walk where we walked hot coals because we were like it really was like a form of self-hypnosis where you were so heightened in your emotions that you literally could walk on hot coals and not be burned. That was really cool, and that was one of the more adventurous things that I did. Um, I don't know how adventurous people would consider it. It's something that I wouldn't do again today. But years ago on my first cruise, when we went to Jamaica, I climbed Dunn's River Falls. And that was beautiful. That was a really cool experience. I would highly recommend that. So here we go. I have a friend, my cruise buddy, that missed Grand Cayman 2 years ago due to weather. He was disappointed, but in 1 second got him cheering up. Now we're making up that happening in 2027. Oh my goodness, fantastic. Well, if all goes well, back to Grand Cayman. And you know what? Grand Cayman is so spectacular if you missed it. And it was one of those places that if I had to go back and do a land vacation, I would love to do a land vacation in Grand Cayman. That was just spectacular. So most adventurous for Michael Am was cruising. First cruise tried crab cakes, wild boar sliders, and alligator beignets. Oh my goodness, that is adventurous dining. There we go. So Shannon says, yes, yike. I'm not sure I could even narrow it down. I'm always adventurous. Spontaneous road trips are my signature behavior. That is true. You do like a spontaneous road trip. So Michael Ann says she just loves to travel land or sea. I agree. I absolutely love doing both. I'm excited about the cruise coming up, but I'm also equally excited about land trips that I have that are coming up. So yeah, it should be fun. And actually, I'm still thinking about if I'm going to do some kind of a big trip next year for the big birthday. So for the big level. So we will see. And you can't wait to go to Switzerland and Helen in March. I don't blame you, Danny. I've never gotten a chance to go to Switzerland. I think it would be fascinating and it looks gorgeous. So I don't know what their weather is like at that time of year, but I always picture it either with snow or without as absolutely gorgeous, like a picture postcard. Just absolutely spectacular. And just great stuff to purchase and things to see and all of that. So here we go. Shannon, That sounds like Cheryl from Go Live Together having her scroll moments. Except honestly, Shannon just will go ahead and get on a road trip. So there we go. So getting to hang with your big bro and sis-in-law is what I'm most excited about. I agree with that, and I love that. I think the people who you travel with are huge with that. Probably most adventurous was last year driving by myself to Kansas City to see the Chiefs Bill championship game by myself. You were there and back in 36 hours. I remember that road trip, my friend, and you had a great time, which I think is fantastic. So, Michael Ann has been to 8 of the 10 Canadian provinces, 12 states, and 5 Caribbean countries. Wow. Okay, that's way more Canadian provinces than I've been to. I don't know how many states I've been to, but I believe my count of countries is up to either 13 or 14. Now. So I'd have to double check. I'd have to double check. I don't remember. Can't wait to meet you too, Danny. I just want to give you a hug and think you're an awesome human being and think that that is going to be an amazing time. So make sure to help Helping Hands for Cruising and get your Java fix at the same time. We are always running our coffee fundraiser. And if you order coffee online, please do it through Giving Bean. You get a great product and 25% of your order gets donated to Helping Hands for Cruising. Okay. Oh, yes. That was an adventurous trip, Shannon. Paul McCartney in Mexico City. That was also a 36-hour trip. That wasn't a driving trip, but that was a 36-hour trip. But yes, that was another majorly adventurous one. Absolutely. I agree with that. Okay, so it'll be 13 states next month when we lay over in Illinois. See, I wish you actually had time in Illinois to spend some time here because we do have so much to see in Chicago and so many cool touristy things to do. Underwater scooter ride in St. Thomas, zip line in Alaska, helmet diving in Jamaica, wicker basket toboggan ride. Randy, holy cow. Okay, this is a lot of adventurous stuff. Where in Alaska did you do the zip line? Because I thought that Alaska had some amazing scenery and could be really cool for zip lining. So there's a few things that Michael Ann would like to do in Chicago. You will definitely have to come back and spend some time here at some point. It is a fun city. It is an awesome city. We have great food. We have great culture. We have theater, museums, amazing architecture. So yes, absolutely. Denise stating a fact: Florida bugs are huge. Yes, they are. They may call it a palmetto bug, but it is just a big old flying roach. They are huge. Oh my goodness. Now, it has been more than 30 minutes since I said this. So please, if you are here and enjoying the show, please make sure you press the thumbs up. If you're joining us on Team Replay, drop a comment into the right below this video and keep the discussion going. I respond to all comments and I'm interested in what adventures you have encountered, either adventure-wise, doing things, or food-wise. And I hope that we're just talking about Florida bugs being huge as an observation and not as a food observation, Denise. Okay, so it was in Ketchikan. That had to be an amazing place to go, Randy. That sounds incredible. So you are regretting not doing zip line in Amber Cove for $20. Zip line excursions are expensive. For $20? Okay. Zip lining on Fremont Street is the most adrenaline junkie I've ever been. My other signature is better safe than sorry. Definitely when we get back, it may be on Lake Michigan to sis-in-law's grandparents' house. Always love to have a place on the lake. That is amazing. And it's funny because we do get like lake effect snow and things that get worse during the winter because of the lake. Fortunately, I live far enough away from the lake itself that I don't usually catch that. But every once in a while, it happens and it kicks up. So, yeah. Yeah. And Willow is just walking back and forth at this point, scrounging, thinking that she is somehow going to find a big juicy steak just laying on the floor somewhere. So, not sure why she's thinking that, but so you've been to 8 to 10 provinces, 15 states, 8 or more Caribbean, and full of countries, think like 10. I've been it's also the countries that I've been to in Eastern Europe, that I'm counting towards that, as well as far more Caribbean countries than European countries, though. So, yeah. And that's again way more provinces than I've been to. I think I've only been to 3 of the 10 provinces. So, $20 at Carnival Water Park in Amber Cove and could go as many times as you want, and you chickened out. Oh, no. Well, we should definitely try and get you on a zip line this next cruise. What do you say? A little zip lining? Okay, so your big brother invited you in September or October, but it was close to Disney, so you couldn't go. So probably the summer. There's a lot to do in the city during the summer, so make sure that you check that out. It would be a great time to come. So, hey, Texas Cruiser. Hey, Rick, how are you today? Great to have you here. Good afternoon. I realize it's afternoon for some folks now. Still morning for me in Central Time, though. So, there we go. So, you need to go to Nova Scotia and Newfoundland to make 10 provinces. I've actually been to Nova Scotia on a business trip. So, that is one of the 10 provinces I've actually been to. Is Nova Scotia, but I've never been to Newfoundland. So, yeah. And Rick saying hello to Miss Mona. Lee saying hey to Rick. And Danny is saying, I'm sure sis-in-law and big bro know all the good spots. I'm sure they do. Living here, I'm sure they do. If you haven't done it already, I highly recommend going on the river architectural cruise. It is different every time you go, and I love taking that ride. The architecture is amazing, both of the bridges and of the buildings, and it's an awesome, awesome time. So definitely have them check that out with you if you have the opportunity. So here we go. I only have Newfoundland on the East Coast. Mother or mom is from Nova Scotia. Okay. So that one you can count. And folks saying hey to each other. I appreciate that. So you've been on one of the architectural rivers near Navy Pier. Okay, cool. They are awesome to go on. And anytime you get a chance to do that, that's a great one. And if you're ever here around Halloween time, It is also a fun time to do a haunted Chicago tour. Those are really fun. Those can be fun anytime, but obviously especially fun during Halloween season. So that is a good time. You have a biological brother, you haven't met him yet, and he lives in Nova Scotia. Okay. So Rick is central time with me. So good morning. I can still say good morning, Tim. There we go. So you've driven Chicago to LA in the northern route, driven Phoenix to Chicago, the southern route, driven Chicago to Fort Myers, Florida, and Fort Myers to Niagara, drove back from Niagara through Canada. That's a lot of driving, Shannon. That is. I actually did a road trip years ago with a friend, and we drove old Route 66. And that was fun. That was a very good time. So Randy says, "You know my motto, make excuses or make it happen." I love that. And this is how you drop your channel link. Here is #tribe. So make sure that you do that so other folks can find you and support your channel, which I love. So other adventurous things that you have done, that is a great motto, Randy. I love that. Make excuses or make it happen is fantastic. I wish more of us had that. So, yes. It definitely is a good motto. Now, what other adventurous we've talked about, Michael Ann talked about some adventurous food. Has anyone else eaten some adventurous food? I don't know how adventurous stuff that I've eaten is. For some people, they would consider things adventurous that I don't. That I consider not run of the mill, but I wouldn't consider like too out of the ordinary, too yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would consider that. But like escargot, shrimp, or I mean snails, I happen to really enjoy escargot. So that's something that I like. I like calamari, and not everyone is a big fan of squid. Um, I love eel when it comes to like sushi. Love it. It's barbecued, it's delicious, it's amazing. So that would definitely be one of those. I would still like to do a shark cage. Holy cow, Randy. That's okay. That's one step too far for me. I definitely don't want that. So Michael Ann had escargot at her cousin's and not a fan. It is one of those dishes that it definitely depends on how it was prepared, because if it's overcooked, it's like a rubber bullet. And yeah, that's not a thing. So you're just not a fan of fishy stuff. I get that. Not everybody is. So Rick says he loves oysters, calamari, and shrimp. Oh, yeah. So you live in Galveston, so you obviously can get that stuff relatively easily. So see y'all, time for lunch, since we ate at since we are on the topic of food. Well, I hope you have a wonderful lunch. Enjoy the cruise. Can't wait to see pictures and video. And Linda Toman is coming in saying, "Hey y'all, frog's legs." I like frog's legs also. That's another one, Randy, that I am a fan of. Definitely. So Mona says that she's tried octopus, frog legs, and conch fritters. Not a seafood eater, so all of these were a big deal for me, but you like them all. Those are all things that I would like. So yes. Michael Ann says she was raised to try at least a bite of different food. That's a good rule to have, is that you at least try things before you decide if you really don't like them. Oh, Have a great day. Oh, and you plan to be live at 1:45 Eastern time. So make sure that you tune in because we will be wrapped up by then. So thank you for letting us know. Folks saying hey to Linda and only 14 days to the MSC Seascape. Say that 10 times fast. 14 days is definitely KMA territory. So that is fantastic, Rick. I love that. I'll try just about anything once. I eat weird stuff though. I have texture issues, nothing slimy or rubbery. You know what? I'm a big texture person too, and there are certain foods that I don't like because of the texture. So, haven't tried dog legs yet. I'm wondering if that's supposed to be frog legs, but okay. Raccoon, actually have long story and one I don't want to share. Shark steaks were good. Yes, shark is good too. Fried alligator, I've had that too. That is another one that it really depends on how it's cooked because otherwise it just gets a textural thing that I can't deal with. So Mona's saying to Randy that she wants to do a shark cage dive too, but I want the cage tied to the boat. I am going to pass on a shark cage. Okay, I know someone who is a professional photographer, and one of the things he specializes in is underwater photography. And he goes diving all over the world and has some amazing, amazing photographs of sharks. I do not ever want to be closer than one of David's photos to a shark. Here we go. Shark fin soup you tried many years ago and not a fan of that either. I get it. So Gator, live in Arizona and never have eaten snake. Huh. I've never had snake either. So there we go. Meeting Linda today. Oh my goodness, really? That is so cool. That is so cool. I am jealous. Give Linda a big hug from all of us. You had alligator sausage, says Mona, and it was good. So there's a thing. So you have texture issues too. Bananas, avocado, oatmeal, all texture things. I get it. I do totally understand. Here we go. Yay, Denise. I'm so glad you guys are going to get to meet that. Yes, I meant frog legs. I kind of figured you did, Michael Ann, but just don't like to make assumptions. I would never eat plain avocado, but I like it in stuff. See, I like avocado toast and things like that. So I like straight up avocado. So autocorrect is not my friend. I get that. Yeah, Denise, have the best time with you and Linda and love that you guys are getting to get to meet up. Linda says if you have scallops in Florida, there's a high chance it's actually shark. Yee. Okay. And if you like lobster, you couldn't pay me to eat that by itself, but I'll eat lobster soup, lobster ravioli. I like lobster in any form, but I will say again, that is a food that if you overcook, it turns into a rubber bullet. It is just, you could chew it for days and never make a dent. It's nasty if it's overcooked. So here we go. Rick says that he had lunch with Cruise Life TV's Greg and Michelle Friday before they boarded the Jubilee on Saturday. It was great to meet them. I saw that you posted that. That is so fantastic that you got an opportunity to meet them. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to about this rock and roll tribute cruise is the meet and greet the night before the cruise, because some people are going to be able to make it who, even though they can't make the cruise, will be coming to the meet and greet on the day after Thanksgiving. And I cannot wait for the opportunity to actually give these folks a hug. You swim with dolphins and it was the best thing you ever did. We're actually going to do that on this cruise. So I am glad to hear you say that, Lee. It sounds like an amazing thing. Linda says she can peel an avocado and eat it like an orange. Love it. Okay, that is straight up avocado. There we go. Randy says ostrich, bear, elk, rabbit, deer, reindeer, buffalo. That's a lot of different game animals. I've had a few, but not that many. So you swam with dolphins too, says Rick, and he says that was awesome. We are going to swim with the dolphins on the rock and roll tribute cruise. I'm so excited. Yes, we are. I am super excited about that. Okay, Danny asks, will we get a pop-up live from Denise and Linda today? Live in-person bull crafting? Could it be? Let's see if that happens. Michael Ann is looking forward to the meetup before the cruise also. I think that is going to be just such a great time. You did a dolphin experience when you went to Cuba in 2019, and it was awesome. See, I am really looking forward to it. I have not done a dolphin encounter before. I have done the Grand Cayman Stingray City, and that was pretty cool. That was really amazing, but haven't done a dolphin excursion before. So Rick has had all of those that Randy listed, but all of them but ostrich, and you've had antelope as well. See, here's the thing with a lot of game animals is that it has a gamey taste. I'm not a huge fan of venison. Depending on how it's prepared, because it can get to me a real gamey taste. And I know we're talking about textural things, but also, I mean, it's got to taste good. So you got that. Michael Ann has had emu. That's like giant chicken and not bad. Okay. So Mona says that would be cool, Danny. Hint, hint. Denise and Linda. I don't see that happening. I'm a stop off on our way to Jacksonville. I get that. I totally do. She is on her way to cruise, so gotta get there. You had a wild game cook-off every year in the port area of Galveston. Yaga Cafe puts it on. Wow. See, that could be cool because then you could try a whole lot of different things all at once and see what you liked and make some decisions relatively fast. That's one of the things that I like about all inclusives and I like about cruises is that you can get an opportunity to try some things that you might not normally sample if you had to order like a whole portion, because you can just get an appetizer or a half portion of something if you're not sure if you're going to like it. So I really enjoyed doing that. So I know you wish you could be at the meetup, but you've got family. It's family first. I totally get that. You did the stingrays in Grand Cayman too. I thought that was very cool. That was still an awesome adventure in my book. So I love that. So Mona says that the dolphin and shark encounters are great. I want to do the stingrays next. I'm still not doing the Sharks, but definitely down for the Dolphins that we're doing. That is going to be fabulous. So wild turkey, not the booze. I like that. Is it wild turkey, though, with wild turkey? Venison won't taste gamey if it's been cured properly. Your uncle used to hunt and make deer and pheasant. See, again, this is one of those things. It depends how things are prepared. If they're prepared properly, then really yummy, yummy stuff. So Rick says, what? There's a wild turkey that's not booze? And Sean said he may do a stream that night of the meetup. Yes. Yeah, we are definitely talking about that. And Mona is cracking up. I can only assume at Rick's comment, which is darn amusing. So I don't care how it's prepared. I don't like venison. Okay. And you don't have to drink it or you don't have to eat it. It's all good. Yeah, yes, Rick, believe it or not, there is a wild turkey. I love it. Well, thank you all so much for coming in this morning and this afternoon for some of you and spending the brunch and BS time with me. I do appreciate you being here so much. And here we go. Danny says I should be able to do that. It depends what they want to do. I get it. You know what? Family comes first. So now you're hearing gobble, gobble in your head. Well, it's coming up fast. It's coming up very fast, just over 30 days. So thank you all so much for coming in to Brunch and BS. I appreciate you being here. If you are joining on the replay, thank you so much for watching and make sure to drop a comment in the section below. If you enjoyed the show, please press the thumbs up and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Thanks to all of you. Love you. Stay weird. Bye.